Experimental biodevices are reshaping the future of medicine, neuroscience, and wearable technology. But with innovation comes responsibility. In this presentation, we'll explore the growing challenge of e-waste from these groundbreaking devices, why they're difficult to recycle, and how licensed recyclers can help bridge the gap between progress and sustainability. Biodevices are engineered to directly interact with the human body and biological systems. Think of neural implants restoring movement, ingestible diagnostics detecting disease, or wearable sensors monitoring health in real time. While these technologies promise better health outcomes, they also represent a unique type of e-waste, different from both consumer electronics and traditional medical devices. And as they move from labs and trials into everyday use, their disposal becomes an increasingly urgent issue. One of the biggest hurdles is material integration. Many experimental biodevices combine intricate electronics with medical-grade materials like silicone gels, titanium, or specialized polymers. These materials are often fused together or miniaturized, making separation and recycling extremely difficult. Designers typically focus on proving a device works, not on how it will be dismantled at the end of its life. And with limited production runs and custom builds, there's no streamlined large-scale recycling method in place. Because many of these devices are implanted, worn on the skin, or used in clinical environments, they're often treated as biomedical waste once removed. Even if the electronics still work, hygiene and infection concerns mean they can't just be reused. In most cases, they're either incinerated or added to medical waste streams, which removes valuable materials from any chance of recovery. Personalized medicine takes customization to the next level, creating devices tailored for one specific patient. While this can save lives, it also creates huge recycling challenges. Each device may have a different design, material mix, or shape, making it impossible to apply a one-size-fits-all recycling process. Without standardized formats, licensed recyclers must approach each one on a case-by-case basis, which is time-consuming and costly. After clinical trials or research projects end, many biodevices end up sitting in storage. With no clear disposal guidelines, they either linger indefinitely or risk being thrown away improperly. Intellectual property restrictions can make things worse, blocking collaborations that could allow recycling specialists to safely recover materials. This lack of infrastructure leaves too many devices unaccounted for at the end of their life. There's hope for change. By adopting circular design principles early, developers can make devices easier to recover and recycle. That means selecting materials that are safer to dismantle, avoiding hazardous substances, and designing components to be detachable. Another solution is collaboration, bringing together the medical field and licensed recyclers to develop specialized handling processes for these hybrid devices. Planning for a device's end of life from the prototype stage can reduce future waste before it becomes a problem. Licensed recyclers bring the expertise needed to handle these complex devices safely and legally. They understand how to separate sensitive medical elements from valuable electronic components while following strict hygiene protocols. By partnering with developers early in the design process, recyclers can help ensure that new devices are built with recovery in mind, protecting both public health and the environment. Biomedical researchers and engineers are trained to innovate, but not always to consider the environmental impact of their designs. By integrating environmental stewardship into biomedical education, we can create a culture where sustainability is as important as functionality. The more awareness we build, the more likely it is that future devices will be designed with their full life cycle in mind. If you're developing, handling, or disposing of experimental biodevices, we can help ensure they're recycled safely, legally, and responsibly. Reach us by phone, email, or through our website. Because innovating for health must go hand in hand with protecting our planet, licensed recycling ensures both futures thrive.